Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Math 098, Intermediate Algebra for Richland Community College. This is an online course, and we will be using Canvas. So let's go through how to use Canvas effectively. Now, first things first, you're going to need to go to richland.edu, go log in to Canvas using your Richland login. Now, that Richland login should be available in your paperwork, or you should have it from a previous class, or you, of course, can get it from the Resource Center or online learning. So if you have any of those questions, feel free to check with them. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at going to our courses. And you will have, of course, Math 098 Intermediate Algebra. And the first place it will take you is right here to all of the modules. So you'll notice home and modules actually are the same thing. This way you know exactly where to start, and we will move right down the list as we go throughout the course of the year. Now, a couple things to take a look at as we get started. There is kind of a home page, so your book would look like this. And there's some information for me, my email and my phone number, and it is my cell phone number because as adults, you need to be able to get in touch with me and I need to be able to get in touch with you. Now, there will be this video sitting right down here. So when I get this video done, you'll be able to find it right here. Moving on, if we go into modules, we have the syllabus, which of course includes all of the information that you're going to need for the class. And if you need to, just hit the link. Looks like we need to fix a link there because something didn't quite come in as anticipated, but that's where your syllabus will be. Then you will have various other pieces to help you. This entire Getting Started module is all about getting all the tools in place. So we're going to use Delta Math. That's going to be your practice component where we practice our skills. So if you're familiar with my math lab, similar to that, but I like it a lot better. It's a lot more flexible. Also, the nice thing about Delta Math is you can do until you get them all right. You also can see all the solutions to the ones you got wrong. It's a great tool to use. That's how to sign in. And if you already are signed in with someone else, you just need to add my class. That's the directions for it. We're also going to use Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle simply allows me to take videos and then stop those videos and insert a question and then move and insert another question and then move and insert another question, etc. So that will be considered part of your homework. So watching is going to be part of the process because this is an online course. So that's where your instruction is going to be. Each week, we're going to have an ongoing discussion, and that discussion primarily is going to be for places that where you have trouble or where you have questions or what didn't quite make sense. So we're going to go through that as well, but take a look at the video on how to participate and how to get into discussions. So that's something that also needs to be done. Finally, we're going to have some optional Zooms. Those Zoom meetings mean we can get together just like this, except you will also be able to be seen and heard, and we'll be able to go through any technical difficulties that you have, any questions that you have, kind of like an in-person classroom. And then from there, each week, there'll be another optional Zoom so that you can check in. And that's kind of like office hours. So those are some Zoom tips as well. And then we move on in each week. We will have a Zoom that is optional, the introduction slides with the Edpuzzles and the Delta Math in them, the required discussion, and then eventually a test at the end. And the test will be available to you as that time frame comes up. Now, so let's go in here to slides and see how those work. So if we click on the link, it should, of course, because I'm in student view, it doesn't allow us to go there. So let's just go ahead and go there directly. The reason it's not showing is because in your side of the process, I can't necessarily look at that side of the process. But let's go ahead and grab one of these so you can see exactly what it looks like. Here we go. Let's pick up on quadratic and rational functions. So this is what you'll see when that opens up. It's a slideshow. And in that slideshow, you will see the notes that I provide for you. Those notes follow right along with the Edpuzzle that goes through that piece of instruction. And you'll notice there are different questions, different components that you have to do. And it will record that. Now, since we're in on my side, I'll go ahead and show you my side real quick. Let's go over here. And Let's go early. And let's see here. So it will show me how much you got right or wrong. It allows me to go in and see which question you got right or wrong, how long you viewed it for, etc. Which, by the way, on Delta Math, I know there are photo math things available for computers. But if I notice that you're doing exceedingly hard problems in 2 seconds, guess what? I know you're cheating. So you're an adult, be an adult about this. So in these slideshows, you will have the Edpuzzle that takes you right here where I can get to see all of your key information. Then you'll go to Delta Math, and once you click on this link right here, it takes you to Delta Math. And if for any reason it doesn't come up, just hit the refresh button and it should go right there. Your logon is in those videos that I showed you earlier. And if we go to a standard assignment, here we go. We'll pick some logs because that's something you're going to be doing a little bit later. It'll take you right to the problems. For me, I'm on the back end of this, but let's take a look and show you what exactly these problems would look like actually going through them. So here we go. Boy, I tell you what, this student view sure doesn't allow us to see everything like we would anticipate. So take a look at your Delta Math video. It'll show you. Now, again, notes. There are extra practice components. If I have a piece of paper that I need you to turn in, it will be noted that you'll need to turn it in. So, for example, you open it just like this, and you do the work. You would take a picture of it with PDF and submit it to Canvas just like is explained in the videos. So that's going to be the basic process for this class. Every set of modules will have the optional Zoom to begin with, the slides with instructions, Delta Math and Edpuzzle, the required weekly instructions, and finally, a Delta Math assessment at the end. There may also be some paper assessments that we'll do a little bit later. You also notice there is 1 week where we actually take 2 weeks, and that's going to be on polynomials and factoring, because let's be honest, that's the key and kind of the crux of this class. So I think I've taken enough of your time getting started, but that should let you know exactly what to expect. Take a look at all the intro materials. Please go over the getting started stuff and be ready to go